What's up, guys? Grayson Sports here, real estate agent here in the Phoenix and surrounding areas, as well as Prescott and its surrounding cities. Uh, Again, here we're just putting out some educational videos to help you guys understand the real estate process a little bit better. Um, my contact information is listed below. Feel free to list any comments or future suggestions for other questions or videos. What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about the exciting world of documents. And these documents today that we're going to be talking about are specifically geared at sellers. So if you're going to be selling your home, these are the documents that we are going to have to sign. Every seller has to sign them. And so we're just going to go brief overview of all of these seller documents so that you can have a better understanding of what it is that you're signing. So first and foremost, what do we have is the residential listing agreement. This is a legally binding agreement between a homeowner and a real estate broker and the agent. And this grants authority to list the home for sale. And it outlines all the terms and conditions and the roles and responsibilities of the broker and agent and the seller. Secondly, we have the seller property disclosure statement. This form is going to be filled out early on by the sellers of the home. It's basically a questionnaire with a lot of boxes checking yes or no, but it provides information to a new buyer coming in to have a background of the home, what's happened, just answering some very basic questions that are very helpful. And then we have the real estate agency disclosure and election, which is also called, you'll hear it referred to as the READY form. But this discloses agency relationship or responsibilities that the broker and the agent will have in the transaction. This same document is used on the buy side and the sell side. There will be some different boxes checked as far as clarifying what the responsibilities are. Next, we have the MLS input form. This is going to be a form that just has all of the data regarding the home, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, tons of different information, but this is what's going to be uploaded into the MLS system. And so the seller signs off on this document, just making sure that we are inputting all of that proper information. And then we have the HOA addendum. Again, this can be buy side and sale side, but the HOA addendum is going to outline all of the fees and transfer fees, monthly fees, disclosure fees. There's always a lot of fees associated with an HOA. Of course, if there is no HOA on the home, then we don't have to worry about this document. But in the event that there is an HOA, this is going to clarify all of those fees and who is going to be paying for what. All right, the next document is the lead-based paint addendum. In this document is specific for properties that were built prior to 1978. Why 1978? Because at that time, or before that time, there was potentially lead used in paint. So if you have a home that was built during this period, there is potential that there could be lead in the paint somewhere on those walls, ceilings. It's nothing that we should be extremely overwhelmed or concerned with, but it is a possibility. And if you have information about this as the homeowner, you want to disclose. This is where you disclose that information. If there's ever been tests done on the home, you want to disclose that information. And then also this is making sure that the buyer receives, there's a pamphlet of information that discusses lead-based paint issues and making sure that the buyer gets that information and that everybody is signing off in agreement that they have reviewed and understanding this information. Then we have a handful of documents that are going to be the same on both sides. Buyer and sellers have to fill these out. They're going to be the market conditions advisory that we discussed in the buyer signing documents video. So I would watch both of these videos, and it's going to be very helpful just to understanding all the documents. But market conditions advisory, again, just discusses being advised about market conditions. The market goes up and down. We hope that over time your house will appreciate in years to come. But things go up and down, and there's no way to really accurately predict the future of the market. Wire fraud advisory. Wire fraud is rampant. And, well, thieves are getting very creative. And we just want to be sure that we are not giving away information to somebody that might be trying to steal some information from you. So if there's anything that you ever get that might look suspicious, you just want to check with myself first and make sure that we are communicating with the right people. I've seen emails come across that have just one letter difference or a period difference, and it's amazing what people can do in the ways of fraud these days. So just being vigilant there. Of course, we have the mold disclosure, which just discusses the possibility of mold and relieving the broker and agents from liability in regards to that. Another big document that we have that's on both sides, that's a part of the negotiation of a purchase and sale of a home, is the buyer inspection notice to seller, or you'll hear it referred to as a BINSR. But this document is where the buyers and the sellers, after doing the home inspection within the first 10 days of the contract, the buyer is going to submit this document with a list of items that they would like to see repaired in the home. Or they're going to submit this document saying that we've inspected and we don't need anything to be done, or we would like to cancel the contract. There's a lot of different options here, but essentially it'll be a repair request sent, and then the seller will receive this document and have 5 days to evaluate and respond accordingly, agreeing to terms and coming to. So again, it's just a bit of a negotiation on what's going to be done once you're into the first 10 days of that purchase contract. And then we have the fair housing advisory. This one just talks about the fair housing and that about discrimination and how we should not discriminate against certain people or anybody for any reasons. There are different classes of things that they want us to be very particular about. But again, we will make sure that housing is fair to everyone and all. And I believe that wraps up all the documents for today as far as on the sales side. So again, these are documents that are specific to the sale side of the transaction. We do have another video that documents that are specific to the buyer side of the transaction. Some of these do commingle, and everybody has to sign together. But I hope this information was helpful. Feel free to leave comments and questions. Thank you, guys.